What's happening? What's happening? Got a video for you and a quick little read. Let's dive into something. Check this out. You are the original American. Everybody know it, except for
And
you.
especially the African American experience. It's literally not duplicated anywhere on earth in history. African Americans are a completely unique phenomenon.
A unique phenomenon, right? Can't find it nowhere else around the world, not even in Africa, huh? Only in America.
You, like I've said before, you're more American than anyone because you don't have any other identity.
Eugenics, Race Integrity in the 20th Century Assault on Virginia's Indians by J. David Smith. Educational document. What do he mean by American? Russell Booker, the current director of Virginia Bureau of Vital Statistics, has commented on Plecker's use of his office. His examination of the old records often referred to by Plecker often showed that colored and free were terms often applied to people who were in fact recognized to be Indians. The categories were subdivided into white and colored. The colored category was subdivided into free and slave. In the 1920s, when Plecker and his friends got the Racial Integrity Act passed, colored had been defined as Negro. Booker said Indians who had been considered colored were now considered black. Indians considered black. All right, now he said Indians was reclassified to colored and then Negro. Indians, non-reservational Indians. Now, last time I checked, the only group of people in the Americas that was labeled colored were us. So the question is, where was the natives? He said that free and colored were often recognized as Indians. Where's the Native Americans? They on the reservations, they not here. And they wasn't labeled colored or Negro. You was.
Actually, your entire identity is American-based. That's not the case of anyone else. I'm Irish American, I'm German American, I'm Italian American, I'm Jewish American, I'm this or that, the other. You can say African American, but you don't know anything about Africa. You don't even know which part of Africa. Africans don't call themselves that because I know my tribe. I have my language. I have my region, my country, my whatever. Like me saying European American. I'm not European. I'm specifically Irish and German. But you can't say that. You are American.
And the crazy thing is, they have always found you in the Americas all the way in the BCs. I'm talking about way before the Siberians came across the land bridge. You are the American. You more American than Native Americans. Let's keep going. Listen up closely.
You're the original Americans.
Original Americans. We are the original Americans. This is what we've been trying to tell people, and folks don't understand that the government and all these people with the psychological colonization got y'all brains fucked up. We tell people every day there's a difference between Americans and Native Americans. One eats cornbread, which is literally called Indian bread still to this day, and still do a lot of your indigenous traditions. The other eats fry bread, which was given to them by the government. And fry bread is a Danish dish. It's just not even Native American, right? Go figure, right? One lived in houses and apartments. The other ones lived in teepees and chums, or chums. C-H-U-M is what they call it in Russia. Go type in a chum, C-H-U-M, Russia or Siberia. It's a teepee. These are two different, distinct group of people, and we be telling people all the time. They only Native American because they was born here. You are the Aboriginal American because you're from the soil here. You was born here a different type of way. From the gods and the stars. Real shit. Let's continue listening in, though.
You know, everyone else is immigrants. You can't even be called immigrants.
Which is pretty much the reason why everybody can be deported except for us. Look around. Even the ones that's calling themselves Native Americans, they being detribalized and deported right now. Only people that can't be deported is us. The closest thing we can get to deportation is expediting. Meaning, if I catch a crime, the only place they can send my ass is back to Georgia. Some of y'all, they can only send your ass back to Mississippi. They can't ship us across that water because we ain't come from across that water. Science for the conscious mind. Just continue listening a little bit more.
You know, you're originally American. And
look at my eyes, them almond. Look at that Copper skin hitting that sun. Look at the cheekbones, the jawbones. Originally American. You are an originally American. You are an originally American.
And your culture is as close to being the indigenous culture of America.
The Encyclopedia of American Indian Contributions to the World. Shout out to C3. Cornbread. A thick, unleavened corn flatbread was a staple of the diet of the eastern woodland Indians, Mississippian Empire, not Africa. Cornmeal, which is grits. Fish and grits. Grits is a staple in the South, Mississippian Empire. Basketball, anybody? Not the hip ball that they be showing you on mainstream. Basketball. Basketball, which is a team sport, which is points that are scored by throwing a ball, throwing with your hands, through a hoop, is an American, all-American game that most people believe was invented about 100 years ago by a white man. But the American Indians been playing it for 3000 BC, which is the reason why you hoop like you're born to do it, because you was literally born to do it, American Indian. Remember who you are. You're not African. Basketball, anybody? Or maybe y'all want some gumbo, because that damn show ain't African either. Filet gumbo, pre-contact, North American Southeast culture, Mississippian mound builder. Filet gumbo is a dish flavored with thickened and dried ground leaves from the saffrash tree, which is called filet, not French. The Shottas, Choctaw, a tribe that lived in what is now Mississippi and Alabama, which is predominantly us, okay, introduced filet gumbo to the southern settlers. We introduced it to the Europeans. And we also add shrimp, crab. Y'all know how that shit go down, right? Who is these Indians? Dude just said that you more American, more indigenous American than anybody. You still do your traditions today.
As there can be without you being the indigenous people. You know, you're the indigenous people of the entity called America, called the